Welcome to the Indoor Air Quality Association of Australia podcast. I'm your host, Julien Colangelo. Let's start with a little background into who the IAQAA are. So the IAQA, or the Indoor Air Quality Association, was established in 1995 in the US and is dedicated to bringing practitioners together to prevent and solve indoor environmental problems for the benefit of consumers and the public. The IAQA is a professional organization. It is a multidisciplinary association as well for professionals who identify and resolve indoor environmental challenges related to air quality. This includes IAQ inspectors, consultants, remediators, as well as individuals and organizations in the trades, research, healthcare, building management, and regulation. They include experts on indoor building conditions including mold, moisture, inadequate ventilation, asbestos, lead paint, formaldehyde, water damage, air contaminants, odors, and much, much more. The Indoor Air Quality Association Australia was founded in around about 2016 when a dedicated group of Australian professionals set out to open up an Australian chapter of the IAQA organisation. Since then, we've put on a number of events. We've also hosted quite a few webinars since about March 2020. I haven't put on any webinars recently, and really that's just because it has been quite time-consuming, and the organization is going through a lot of changes. So I previously stepped down as the president at the end of 2023, and Brian, who will be on our podcast next week, or next episode I should say, will tell you a little bit more about what we've been up to in the meantime. So a little bit about myself. My name's Julien. I was the past president of the IAQA Australia, the IAQA Australian chapter. I held this role for about 3 years, and during my time we managed to put on quite a few online webinars, which worked quite well compared to in-person events, which can get quite expensive. I found that the webinars really worked out well for us and for our audience. Put on a number of events during that time as well, most notably the environmental days with the Restoration Industry Association. And this year we actually have our own conference coming up, so Brian will tell you a bit more about that. This is the first episode of our series, or at least I'll be calling it episode 0, just to give everyone a bit of an introduction into who we are and what we do and what the plan is for the podcast. I haven't done anything like this before, so yeah, please excuse me if it's not as professional as some of the other podcasts out there. But we thought it might be a good opportunity to get on the air and just tell everyone what we're about. We have quite a lot of content online, so my initial thoughts were to use some of our webinar content, convert that to audio, and put it out there as a podcast and see if the audience would enjoy something like that. If you're anything like myself, I find it quite hard to find time during the day to log into podcasts, and it's quite hard to get motivated to listen to the recordings afterwards as well. I do find that as a consultant, I spend a lot of time in the car, and I'm listening to podcasts day in, day out, and sort of put the two and two together and clicked, and I thought, hey, why not? Why can't we do a podcast? So here we are. It was a bit of a slow start. I had a bit of anxiety, putting myself out there, to be honest. But we all got to start from somewhere. I have a goal to get about 10 episodes. I'm probably going to get the first 3 ready to go before I start releasing anything. And then we'll see how we go. If we can do one episode every 2 weeks, I think that'll be a good start. We certainly have a lot of content, and hopefully one day we can get to the stage where we're actually inviting guests on the podcast and interviewing the wider IAQ community. So thank you for listening. If you've got any feedback, please get in touch with us at contact@iaquaaustralia.org.au, or you can find us on LinkedIn as well. And if you've got any ideas for the show, please get in touch with us as well. Keep an eye out for next episode, which will be with Brian Jepson, the IAQA Australia President. We look forward to talking with you then.